Janet on occasion, and today we're playing another Total War Warhammer Battle Replay. And this is my third time trying to record this, so hopefully it works. First time I realised my microphone was muted after I did the entire commentary, and the second one I tried to stop OBS recording and it crashed and the file got corrupted. So third time's the charm. So here I'm playing as the Wood Elves, on a bit of a Wood Elf fix at the moment. So, you know, if you guys want to see some other guys, you know, more often, then let me know in the comments. But right now, more Wood Elves. Love Wood Elves right now. So, you can see, got Eternal Guard on the front line, got 5 units, keeping them nice and blobbed up. So basically my Treekin can be, you know, amongst all of them. And obviously the Treekin, you got the great physical resist, and they just don't die. They just refuse to go down. So it's great to have them interspersed with my my armor-piercing spears, which is obviously fantastic against Bretonnia. I've also got Azrai spears in the back, my War Dancers, which again will just tear through cavalry. Really susceptible to range fire though. You know, no shields or anything, no armor, they will get chewed up. So that's something to be concerned about. But I don't have to worry about that in this engage, because he didn't bring any. Here also got some Wild Riders with shields, so mainly for the melee defense. So you know they can survive a bit more in engage against the enemy cavalry, which is very useful. So it gives more time for my spears to come in and you know and secure me the win basically. So yeah, I think that's a good shout. Also, if they didn't bring any cavalry, these guys would be great in the back line. You know, if they brought a load of archers instead, they wouldn't get shot up so quickly because they got shields. So yeah, pretty good choice I think against Bretonnia. And I've also got the Spell Singer Law of Life, and I can just heal the whole blob all at once with Earth Blood, you know, because I keep them all close together. Sort of Death Star, lovely. And I got Orion, who is just such a trooper. He will just kill any Bretonian that comes near him. He only really needs to worry about sort of, you know, Grail Knights and stuff like that, just like the hard-hitting things he needs to worry about. But of course, if he's amongst all these spears, yeah, they're not going to get much of a chance to attack him. So he's just going to be killing peasants by the droves. So that'll be awesome. So the other guy, he's got a lot of cav. He's got a lot of cavalry, which is really unfortunate for him, you know, because I have so many spears. So he's got the Knights of the Realm here. He's got 2 lots of questing knights, and over here he's actually got more Knights of the Realm than questing knights. So yeah, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. And he's also got all these men-at-arms and polearms. They'll do great against the Treekin. They will, but he needs to have them more interspersed with units that can stand up against the Eternal Guard, such as these Battle Pilgrims, who will do crap against Treekin, but great against Eternal Guard. So yeah, having all of them split up like this is difficult, because there'll always be something in an engage that, you know, will be able to sort of take him out. So that makes it very tough. So yeah, having more than one line I think would have been useful. Also, he's got Foot Squires, which honestly I don't think really have a good matchup against the Wood Elves. I don't think there's anything the Wood Elves would bring where Foot Squires would be useful, because Foot Squires are really good against like heavy infantry, basically. But you know, the enemy, well, I don't have any, do I? And Wood Elves don't really bring any heavy infantry, so it makes it a bit tough for him. Also, he's got Alberic, but not on a Hippogriff. He's just got him on a horse, which again is going to be really tough against the spears. Might have been better to bring him on foot. I think on a horse, it's just a bit of a, you know, halfway house. It's not really going to give him any extra sort of utility, especially with how you use him in this fight. You'll see he just sends him straight into the melee. And also, one thing about the War Dancers is they're immune to psychology. So if he had brought a Hippogriff, these guys wouldn't have been frightened by it, and so they could have jumped on him, which would have been great. So yeah, I've got all the bases covered here. Yeah, I can't really think of anything Bretonnia could have brought that would have, you know, been able to exploit this setup particularly well. Except maybe, I don't know, actually, maybe if he brought more Foot Squires, just because they're so resilient, and then had the, what's she called? Fey Enchantress. Do that, like, Mortis Engine thing, where she just damages my troops while she's nearby. That might have been very useful. And then, like, a load of Peasant Bowmen in the back with fire arrows. He should have brought Peasant Bowmen with fire arrows. That would have taken out the Treekin, and he could have let his Battle Pilgrims kill the Spearmen. That would have done it. I've worked it out. So the third replay, and I only just worked out the best solution against my army here. But yeah, so here you can see I get an engage against these Knights of the Realm. They've got a good anti-large bonus, they're doing really good against the Wild Riders, but they are not going to fare well against these War Dancers. And I get a nice heal on them. He doesn't have the benefit of that. Here he gets a load of rear charges on my guys. This is still him throwing cavalry and spears, which is not great, because you'll see he keeps them in sustained combat for a long time, which is not ideal for him. I think he's mainly concentrating on these guys at the moment. So he's got these Foot Squires on my War Dancers. They're not going to fare brilliantly. Like, they're not great for fighting War Dancers, because most of their utility comes from their armor piercing. Here, get a nice Hounds of Orion, and I get a bombardment here. So you can see, these guys are immediately running away. So now, my Eternal Guard are only fighting on one front, and they're against polearms, which obviously got the good anti-large bonus and armor piercing. So, over armor piercing, yeah, they've only got 40 armor, so you don't really need armor piercing units to fight Eternal Guard. And of course, the anti-large bonus goes nowhere. So suddenly, these guys, you know, their strengths are moot. So the Eternal Guard suddenly fighting on one front against something that they can outmatch. So really good for them. So here I get Orion and Ulbrich, which is really good. I got another Earthblood here, because I want these guys to stand up more against these, because I'm just fighting peasants and seem to be doing okay. Even all this cavalry are getting just, you know, they're getting ruined by my spears, quite frankly. So I don't have to worry too much over here. So that's good news. So yeah, here, questing nicely done with. Once again, like, you know, these war dancers, they don't have any armor, so the foot squire's armor piercing isn't going to give them any more benefit. So actually, they're just not great infantry against them. It's not going to be great for them. So yeah, I'm quite happy for my war dancers to sit here and take out questing knights. Get another Hound of Orion here, do some damage to them. And you can see, you know, it's really hurting their morale more than anything else. But also, you know, Ulbrich keeps getting terrified away. And yeah, Orion's just going to just chase after him. So that's really good. So you can see, you know, Orion causing terror, which is amazing. Just have your general causing terror. So great fun. So here you can see things are really starting to buckle. You know, my units are quite happy to go toe-to-toe with all their peasants. But you will see where his strength was, though, when we look at the kills. So, Pyrrhic victory, which I think is a bit insulting. I think that was a pretty good victory. But let's see the breakdown. So here, you can see losses. Yeah, I lost 300 guys, well, 250. He lost 425, so it's yeah, pretty bad. A lot of losses across the board. But if we look over here, 50 kills, those battle pilgrims. They did really well against the Eternal Guard. They are absolute troopers. So you know you can't ignore the potency of these guys. Like that proves, if you want to get rid of Eternal Guard, bring battle pilgrims. However, don't bring foot squires, because look at that, 15 and 4 kills. That's not very good for very expensive units. They don't match up very well against any wood elf units, to be honest. I know they're sort of a staple thing to bring with Bretonnia, but against the wood elves, you just don't need them. If he brought fire archers, peasant bowmen with, you know, fire arrows, they would have done way better. They would have really chewed through my treemen, and once the treemen had gone, it would have left the Eternal Guard really vulnerable to their battle pilgrims. But unfortunately, he brought polearms as the sort of solution against the against the treekin. And you know, fair enough. If I brought more wild riders and stuff, having some of them in there would have been quite good. But he probably could have made done with cheaper men-at-arms with spear men-at-arms would have been a cheaper solution that would have been just as effective. So I think he could have brought some of them, could have brought some arrows, and maybe less cavalry. I think he could have done this more with you know, a bigger infantry corps than relying so much on cavalry against an army that is obviously going to bring Eternal Guard. I'm obviously going to bring a load of spears. Pretty much all of my best infantry and worst infantry has anti-large, so it's a really tough matchup for Bretonnia. You just can't rely on your cavalry. So yeah, I hope you guys learned something from this. So yeah, really good game. Black number, black pound, black hashtag. I don't know how you want me to pronounce that. But yeah, it's a good game. I hope that highlighted sort of some of the strengths and weaknesses, you know, for the Wood Elves of Bretonnia here. So if you guys enjoyed this video, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day, everybody.